Green! Miss Green!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Where do you disappear to all the time, my lady Dolce?
Mr. Whiteside, I can only be in one place at a
Oh,
time.
it's very fortunate for this community.
Good morning, Mr. Whiteside. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Joanne. Merry Christmas.
Are you ready for your breakfast, Mr. Whiteside?
No, I don't think I want any breakfast. Tell me, has Miss Cuthbert come down yet?
No, sir. Not yet.
Is she in her room? Do you know?
Yes, she is. Shall I call her?
No. Thank you. That will be all, Joanne.
Yes, sir.
I'm taking the 1 o'clock train, Sherry. I'm leaving.
You're doing nothing of the kind!
Here are your keys, your driving license, the key to the safety deposit in the apartment in New York. Oh, go there now and clear things up.
Just a moment, Mrs. Simmons. Where were you last night until 3 o'clock this morning? I sat up the night in this station wagon worrying about you. You heard me calling you when you came in. Why didn't you answer me?
Look, Sherry, it's over and you won. I don't want to talk about it.
Come, Maggie dear. What are you trying to do? Make me feel like a naughty boy? Honestly, Maggie, sometimes you can be very annoying.
You know, you're quite wonderful in a way, Sherry. You're annoying. I wish there was a laugh left in me. Shall I tell you something, Sherry? I think you are a selfish, petty egomaniac who would have his mother burned at the stake if that was the only way he could light his cigarette. I think you sacrificed your best friend without a moment's hesitation if you disturbed the sacred routine of your self-centered, paltry little life. I think you are incapable of any human emotion that goes up higher than your stomach, and I was the fool of the world forever thinking I could trust you.
So as long as I live, I shall never do anyone a good turn again. I won't ask you to apologize, Maggie. Because in 6 months from now, you will be thanking me instead of berating me.
6 months, Sherry, I expect to be so far away from you.
Hello. Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas. I know I'm a little tipsy, but I can explain everything. Hi, Maggie. Hi, Mr. White. Shake hands as a successful playwright. Maggie, where were you last night? I read Lorraine Sheldon's play. She thinks it's wonderful. I read her play, and she thinks it's wonderful. Isn't that wonderful?
Yes, that's fine, Bert.
Isn't that wonderful, Mr. Whiteside?
Jefferson, I think you ought to go home, don't you?
What? No. Biggest day of my life, I know. I'm drunk, but I can explain everything. We've been sitting over at Billy's Tavern and never realized it was daylight until it was daylight. Look, Maggie, Lorraine said with just a little bit of fixing the play to be done in weeks. She's gonna take me to this place she got in late class just for 3 weeks. Gonna work on the play together. Isn't that wonderful? Why don't you say something, Maggie?
Bert, I suggest you tell us all about this later. Now, why don't you,
Oh, excuse me. Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas.
God bless all and Tiny Tim.
Yes.
You know, Dr. the famous actress Lorraine Sheldon. Me and her are going to like classic. Isn't that wonderful?
Dr. Bradley, I think Mr. Jefferson would like some black coffee and a little breakfast. Would you take care of him, please?
Yes, of course.
No, Doctor, I'm gonna buy breakfast. The biggest breakfast you've ever seen.
Yes, Jefferson.
You know what, Doctor? Let's go climb down a couple of chimneys. I got this friend who doesn't believe in Santa Claus. Let's go climb down the chimneys. Get the hell out of him!
Now, Maggie, I'm willing to forgive your tawdry outburst and talk about this calmly.
I love him so terribly. Oh, Sherry, why did you do it? Why did you do it?
Merry Christmas, Mr. Whiteside.
Oh, Merry Christmas, Miss Stanley.
I'm afraid I shouldn't be seen talking. My mother is terribly angry, but I just couldn't resist asking. Did you like my Christmas present?
I'm very sorry, Miss Stanley. I haven't had a chance to open it yet. I haven't had a chance to open any of my Christmas presents yet.
Oh dear, I'm just so anxious. It's right here. Won't you open it now?
I appreciate your thinking of me, Miss Stanley. This is very thoughtful of you. Why, it's lovely. I'm quite fond of these old photographs, you know. This is very thoughtful of you. Thank you very much.
I was 22 when that was taken, and that was my favorite dress. Do you really like it?
I do indeed. You know what? I think when I get back to town, I shall send you a little gift.
Will you? Oh, thank you, Mr. Whiteside. I shall treasure it. Well, I shall be late for church. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Miss Stanley. What is there about that woman?
Sarah's got a little surprise for you, Mr. Whiteside. She's just thinking out loud.
Thank you, Joanne. Miss Green! Miss Green!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hit the door, will you? Joanne's upstairs.
Who is it?
Oh, the Atlas.
What the heck? Open that!
He's on his package for me, please.
Mr. Whiteside!
Banjo, put that woman down. That is very nerves, you mix up the language.
Come by my room in half an hour and bring some rye bread.
Really, Mr. Whiteside?
Whiteside, I'm here to spend Christmas with you. Give me a kiss.
Don't touch me, you reform school fugitive. How did you get here, anyhow?
Down Santa Claus is reindeer. Whiteside, we finished shooting the picture yesterday. Flew here in 12 hours, far to live now to use, and I'm on my way to Nova Scotia. I brought you the most wonderful Christmas present. This brassiere was once worn by Hedy Lamarr.
Listen, you idiot. How long can you stay?
Just long enough to take a bath. On my way to Nova Scotia. Where's Maggie?
Nova Scotia? What on earth are you going to Nova Scotia for?
I'm sick of Hollywood and there's a damn New Yorker from Oklahoma City, so I thought I'd go to Nova Scotia and get some smoked salmon. Well, where's Maggie? I want to talk to her. What the hell's the matter with you? Where is she?
Banjo, I'm glad you're here. I'm very annoyed at Maggie. Very!
Well, what happened?
Well,
What is this? I thought you couldn't walk.
Oh, I've been all right for weeks. That isn't the point. I'm furious with Maggie. You know how fond I am of her. After all these years, she's repaying my kindness by behaving like a fishwife.
What are you talking about?
I never believed for a moment she was really in love with him.
In love with who? I just got here, remember?
Great God, I'm telling you, you Hollywood nitwit! The young newspaper man here in town.
Maggie finally fell. What do you know? What kind of guy is he?
Now listen, okay?
Go on.
Well, Lorraine Sheldon happened to come out and visit me.
Old hot pants here.
Now listen,
Okay.
this young fellow, he'd written a play. You can guess the rest. She's taking me away with her this afternoon to rewrite. And now crying her eyes out.
Gee. Say, wait a minute. What do you mean Lorraine Sheldon just happened to show up here? I smell a rat, Sherry. Out of the beard.
All right. But I did it for Maggie. That would be the right thing for her.
Oh, sure. Because you haven't thought about yourself in years. Poor kid. Am I going to talk to her?
No, leave her alone.
What about this guy she likes? Where does he live? Can we get a hold of him?
Now, Banjo, I don't want any phony horns so you pretending to be J. Edgar Hoover. I've been through all that with you before. I got Lorraine out here. I got to get her out of here.
It's got to be good, Sherry. Lorraine's no dope. Now, there must be something that could get her out of here like a bat out of hell. Say, I think I've got it. That fellow she's so crazy about over in England, Lord Fanny, whatever. Bottom, Lord Bottom.
No, Banjo, no.
You don't understand. We sent her a cablegram from Lord
I
Bottom.
catch on, Banjo. Lorraine caught on to it. It's been tried.
Oh. Well, she's no dope. Well, we got a tough proposition on your hands.
The trouble is that there's so damn little time. Get out of my chair. taking him away with her this afternoon to Lake Placid. Damn. There must be some way out. The trouble is, I've done this job too well. Hell and damnation!
Stuck, huh?
In the words of our greatest lyric poet, you've said it.
Yeah. Gee, I'm hungry. Well, we'll think of something, Sherry. I'll get Lorraine out of here. I have to do it one piece at a time.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Whiteside. Excuse me, I have something for you.
Oh.
But Mr. Whiteside, it was for you.
Oh, never mind him, sir. He's quite mad.
Come, Petrushka, we shall dance. We shall dance in the snow.
Mr. Whiteside! Mr.
Oh,
Whiteside!
don't mind him, Sarah. He's harmless. Just give him some breakfast. And just what does this mean?
It means, Mr. Whiteside, that I am leaving. My address is on the desk. You can send me a check.
You do realize that this is completely unprofessional.
I do indeed. I am not only walking out on this case, Mr. Whiteside, but I'm leaving the nursing profession. I became a nurse because all my life, ever since I was a little girl, I had the idea of serving a suffering humanity. But after 1 month with you, Mr. Whiteside, I am going to work in a munitions factory. From now on, anything that I can do to help exterminate the human race will fill me with the greatest of pleasure. If Florence Nightingale had ever nursed you, Mr. Whiteside, she would have married Jack the Ripper instead of founding the Red Cross. Good day.
June! Mr. Steely's come back with June! Thank goodness, thank goodness! June, thank God you're all right. You're not married, are you?
No, Mother, I'm not. And please don't be hysterical.
Oh, June, if it had been anyone but that awful boy, thank goodness you stopped it, Ernest. How did you do it?
Never mind that, Daisy. Just take June here upstairs. I have something to say to Mr. Whiteside.
What about Richard? Is there any news?
It's all under control, Daisy. Just take June upstairs.
Father, haven't we had enough melodrama? I don't have to be taken upstairs. I'll go upstairs. Merry Christmas, Mr. Whiteside. It looks bad for John L. Lewis. Come on, Mother. Lock me in my room.
Now, June, you'll feel much better after you've had a hot bath. I know. Have you had anything to eat?
I'm pleased to inform you, sir, that your plans for my daughter have seemed to be on a trifle awry. She is not, nor will she ever be married to that labor agitator that you so kindly picked out. And as for my son, he's been apprehended in Toledo and will be brought back here within the hour. Not having your gift for invective, sir, I cannot begin to tell you what I think of your obnoxious interference in my affairs, but I have arranged that you'll interfere no longer. Gentlemen, will you please step inside? Mr. Whiteside, these are deputy sheriffs. They have a warrant by which I have been able to put you out of this house, and need hardly add that it will be the greatest moments of my entire life. Mr. Whiteside, I'm giving you 15 minutes in which to pack up and get out. If you're not gone within those 15 minutes, Mr. Whiteside, these men here will forcibly eject you. Thank you very much, sir. Would you please step outside for a moment? 15 minutes, Mr. Whiteside. That includes baggage, wheelchair, octopus, penguins, and cockroaches. I'm now going upstairs so that I can smash my radio, so that I don't even accidentally hear your voice ever again.
Sure you don't want my autograph, old fellow?
15 minutes, Mr. Whiteside.
Say, can she cook? Now, where were we? Yes, a plan. I did not come up with one. Any news from the front?
Yes, sir. The enemy is at my rear and nibbling.
And where'd you say Maggie was again? In there?
It's no use, Banjo. She's taking the 1 o'clock train out.
What? You didn't tell me that. So after all these years, she's really leaving you?
She is!
That means you have 1 o'clock to do something.
No, Banjo, my dear, it means I have exactly 14 minutes in which to pull out of my hat the most damnedest rabbit you've ever seen.
15 minutes. What do you mean 15 minutes?
15 minutes, baby's rosy little body is being tossed into the snow. My nose is blown out of warrant. I'm being kicked out!
What? I've never heard of such a thing. What do you do a thing like that for?
That's in the point. I have exactly 15 minutes. Banjo, dear, the master is going to desperate.
What about laying your cards on the table with Lorraine?
Now, Banjo, you don't dream girls as well as I do. What do you think?
You're right.
Banjo, why don't you go in and talk to Maggie for a few minutes? I want to think.
Say, if I knew where Lorraine was, I could get a car and run over her. Or couldn't hurt her too badly.
Please, Banjo, I want to think.
Pardon me, is this the YMCA?
No, you idiot. Hello, Mr. Wayside. I didn't get very far. Any suggestions?
I'm very sorry, Richard. Very sorry indeed. If I were in a position to...
Well, you're not in position, Mr. Whiteside. Thank you very much, officer. Please, will you take this little offering here for your trouble?
Thank you. Good day, sir.
Good day. Richard, will you please go upstairs? Upstairs, boy. 10 minutes and counting, Mr. Whiteside.
I brought you some orange juice, Mr. Whiteside. Feeling any better?
Thank you, Joanne. Is there any cyanide in this orange juice? Would you get that, Joanne?
Yes, sir.
It's probably some mustard gas from an old friend of mine.
Say, that crazy fellow here, crazy Aunt Sarah. He wants to give her a screen test.
Hello, is Mr. Whiteside up yet?
Yes, he is, Miss Sheldon. He's right here.
Merry Christmas, Sherry, darling. Merry Christmas. I've come to have Christmas breakfast with you.
Merry Christmas, my sprite. Joanne, a tray for Miss Sheldon. Better make it one with eggs.
Darling, this snow is absolutely beautiful. It's glistening. It's too bad you can't get out and see it.
No, I'll probably see a bit of it. Tell me, my dear, I hear you're off to Lake Placid. What time are you leaving?
But how did you know? Is Bertie here?
No, he dropped it a little while ago. I've got a fast, didn't you, my dear?
Darling, I was simply swept off my feet by the play. It's fantastically good. Sherry, it's the kind of part that only comes along once every 10 years. I'm so grateful to you, Sherry. Sometimes I think you're the only friend I've got left in this world.
No, thank you, my sprite. What time did you say you were leaving? You and Jefferson?
Oh, around 4 or so, I think. Quite apart from everything else, Mr. Jefferson really is a rather attractive man. It makes it a pleasure scoring accounts with little Miss Vitriol. In fact, it's all worked out about beautifully. You know what, Terry? I want to buy you a Christmas present. The most beautiful Christmas present you've ever had in your life. Now what is it? What is it? Anything. I'm so deliriously happy that... That sounds like Banjo was here.
Yes, he is. Just the family circle gathering at Christmas time. My, how time flies when you're having fun.
Oh, why, hello there, sweet pets. How are you?
I'm fine, Banjo. How are you?
I'm fine, fine. How's the mattress business, Lorraine?
Very funny. Too bad that your pictures aren't as funny as you think you are, Banjo.
Got me there, Mama. Say, you look at the page, Lorraine. Anything in the wind, Whiteside?
Not at dinner.
What time does the ship sail?
10 minutes.
What ship is this?
Ah, the good ship up the creek.
Sherry, I've listed everything except the New Year's Eve broadcast. There was a schedule on that, wasn't there?
Yes, it's on the table there, I think.
Oh, New Year's Eve, Bird Isle here in Lake Placid. You ever been to my cottage up there, Sherry? It's beautiful. Away from everything, just snow and clear, cold night. Oh, there must be Bert now. I told him to meet me here. You know, I'm really looking forward to Lake Placid. Bert's the kind of man who can do all the winter sports just beautifully.
Ah, so is he getting the time?
Who is it from, Joanne?
It's American Express.
What have they got?
It appears to be an Egyptian mummy.
What, Sherry? What's this?
Right there. It's for you, Mr. Whiteside.
Dear God, if there was one thing I needed right now, it was an Egyptian mummy.
Thing. Sent from the Khedive of Egypt. In God's name, did you send him grants to him?
5 minutes, Mr. Whiteside. What? Including that?
Sherry, who is that man?
Oh, he announces the time every few minutes. I paid him a small sum.
But what on earth for?
I lost my watch!
I see you're still busy.
Good God!
Pardon me, I'll wait here. I've just written it down on the left kidney.
Is that the plumber again? Oh, I wonder when Bert will get here. What's wrong, Sherry? I've never seen you this down. You're usually bubbling over on Christmas morning. Who sent you this? The Godiva of Egypt. You know, I think it's rather beautiful. I know I must go to Egypt one day. I simply love it. First time I went to Pompeii, I cried all night. All those people, all those lives, and what of it now? Don't you ever think about stuff like that, Sherry? I do. Here was a woman, like myself, a woman who once lived and loved, full of the same passions, fears, jealousies, hates, and what of it now? Just this and nothing more. A span of 4,000 years, a mere atom in the eternity of time, and here I am, another woman living out her life. I want to cry. Oh, but what am I doing talking this way? It's Christmas. It's Christmas.
Lorraine, dear, have you ever played St. John?
Why, no, I haven't, Sherry. What makes you ask that?
There was something about your expression. You had an absolute halo about you.
Why, Sherry, how sweet.
It transcended any mortal expression I've ever seen. Please, step into it again, dear.
You're joshing me, aren't you?
My dear, I don't make light of these matters. I was deeply moved. There was an art about you, a pure Da Vinci. Please, step into it again, dear.
Well, I don't know exactly what it was that I did, but... Oh, I feel too silly, Sherry.
Lorraine, in that single moment, you approached the epitome of your art. You shouldn't be ashamed of it. You asked me a little while ago what I wanted for Christmas. Well, all that I want from you, Lorraine, is the memory of you in that mummy case.
Why, Sherry, I'm all choked up. Dust thou art, and dust thou!
Eureka!
Those are sodas for you.
Will she be all right?
Oh, sure, she can breathe easy. I'll let her off as soon as we get off the plane. Say, how do we get this thing out of here?
One step at a time, and that's the next step.
Think fast, Captain, think fast.
Well, that's everything, Sherry. I'm leaving 3 carbons. Well, what's out there? What's in this basket?
No, nothing at all. Just go in there and go away. I mean, nothing at all. Just that's fine.
Shall I file these letters? Do you want this picture?
No. Throw everything away. Oh, except the picture. I want the picture.
The only thing I haven't done is to put your broadcast in order. Do you want me to do that?
Well, what's that? Oh, yes. Do that. That's very important. Please do that, Maggie.
I'll see you before I go, Banjo.
I've got it.
What?
I knew I'd seen this face before. Now I know how to get this out of here.
What face? How?
Time's up, Mr. Whiteside. According to my watch, it's 15 minutes.
Yes, Mr. Stanley, 15 minutes. But would you do me just one favor before I leave? Would you ask those 2 gentlemen to come in here? Help this man out of the airport with his mummy case.
I will do nothing of the kind, sir.
Oh, I think you will. Or shall I inform my radio audience that your sister, Harriet Stanley, is none other than the famous Harriet Sedley, who murdered her mother and father in Gloucester, Massachusetts, 25 years ago with an axe. Come, Mr. Stanley, it's a very small favor. Or would you have the good folk of Vasolia, for reading at your very doorstep that once popular little jingle. Harriet Sedley took an axe and gave her mother 40 whacks, and when the job was nicely done, she gave her father 41. Now, Mr. Stanley, I do am giving up something. It would make for a hell of a broadcast.
Well, Mr. Whiteside, you are the damnedest person I have ever met.
You're a little late in finding that out. Gentlemen, will you come in here, please?
Whiteside, you are a great man.
Mr. Stanley would like you to take this mummy case down to the airport with this man. He's sending it to a friend in Nova Scotia.
Collect.
Right, Mr. Stanley?
Yes. Yes.
Handle it with care, gentlemen. Badger, my dear, you're lovely, and I made write a book about
Oh,
you.
don't bother. I can't read. Goodbye, Maggie. Love conquers all. Be careful with that case, boys. It contains an antique.
Sherry, was that?
It was indeed. What's this? A little Christmas present for you.
Sherry, you old reprobate.
Oh, don't mention it. Just send me a necktie sometime. My hat and coat bag. Yeah, I'm on for New York.
You're leaving, Sherry?
Don't argue, rat girl. Do as you're told.
Yes, Mr. Whiteside.
Mr. Whiteside, I just want to apologize.
Say,
Oh, don't give it a thought, but there's been a slight change of plan. Miss Sheldon is off on a world cruise, so I am taking your place, Catherine Cornell. Thank you, Maggie.
Mr. Whiteside, are you very busy?
Oh, yes, Doctor, yes, very busy. But if you ever happen to come to New York, try and find me. Maggie, my dear, I love you very much.
Sherry, you're wonderful.
Goodbye, Jefferson. You'll never know the trouble you caused.
Goodbye, Mr. Whiteside.
Oh, and goodbye, Mr. Stanley. I'd like to hear in the future that your daughter has been allowed to marry her young man, and that your son has been allowed to follow his own bent, or else. Goodbye, Merry Christmas, everyone.
Maggie, what is all this? Where is he going? I didn't even know he could walk.
Don't worry about it, Bert. You're too young to know. Just don't ask questions.
Ernest, Richard's being very difficult. You'll have to talk to him.
Very well. Ah!